Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the KO Challenge Studios located inside of the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I am Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and that right over there is, you've never seen him before in the booth. Please welcome, put your hands together for Mr. Todd Foltz.
Hello, everyone.
Friend of Mr. Tim Schotz. You rode up together, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yep, I rode with Tim.
How long have you known Tim, and God bless you for doing that?
I've probably known Tim over 30 years. So
You have my condolences.
yeah, thank you.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Sorry for the late start, but as you are already aware, we had Tyler and Margaret Steyer in the booth just a little while ago talking about the Ultimate Pool League here in Wisconsin, and we're going to talk more about that during the match. But let's get what's most important started first, and that is the match between Mr. Tim Schotz and Justin. I forgot to ask him if it's Grande or Grand.
I believe it's Grand.
Grand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't want to mispronounce that. So, very similar Fargo. There is not much separation between the two at all. So this is going to be a good match. And, of course, I would assume anyway, everybody's going to be hoping for what? A shootout, right?
That's what we're trying to get on.
I would hope so. Still hasn't happened yet, but one of these days we'll get there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I am going to step out to the table and get the gentleman to lag, and we're going to get this party started with some 8-ball.
You can talk to him if you want. And it looks like Tim won the leg. So we will be playing 8-ball first to start with the new format.
All righty. Giddy up. Let's play some 8-ball. $75 wonderful viewers in the chat already. Make sure you're all liking and subscribing and all of that fun stuff. That would be immensely appreciated if you did. So, the way it goes, we started out with 16 players. This is a 625 Fargo and under. Nice break. Squatted that cue ball right in the middle. That 10 looks like it's going in. Oh, I guess not. That's wide open for Justin Grande. So we started out with 16 players. This is a single elimination tournament. $265 entry. We play we play 2 sets in each match, guaranteed. It is a race to 5. If you look at the scoreboard, on the outside you see the little 8-ball. Above that is a race to 5. After that, we're going to play a race to 7 9-ball. Now, if one player wins both of the first 2 sets, the match is over. So it's guaranteed a race to 12. If they split the first and second set, we're going to go to a third set of 10-ball, which is a race to 6. That match or that set must be won either 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, or 6-4. Reason being, if it goes 5-5, we're going to a freaking shootout. We better be going to a shootout. Todd, did you have a chance to talk to anybody in the chat?
No, I didn't, Dale. Just watching the boys' leg, and yeah, this is something all new.
You know, this is. I appreciate you coming in, Todd. It's always fun getting new guys into the booth that have never commentated before in their life. You know, obviously you know a lot about pool.
Oh, yeah.
You've been around it your whole entire life.
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, and you've been around Tim long enough, Tim and Lacey, and I'm sure you know Tom Joss and Tracy, and yeah, all good people up in Mosinee. Well, except for Tom Joss. Todd Holzer, yep, get to talk with him quite often. So anyway, it's always fun to get new faces and new personalities in the booth as well, and I appreciate you being here very much. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating for somebody that's never had. I got a microphone stuck in my face for the last 15 years, so it doesn't bother me at all. Could you tell?
I can tell, Dale.
Good evening, Chad Johnson. Fred Renner, of course, first in the chat. And the #1 crown in the community, of course, Justin Ellingson. What's going on, Al Holden, Michael Parker, Roger Pregler? What's going on, Tim Stockinger? So, you're going to hear that name quite a bit, Tim Stockinger, because he's playing the same format, the same game tomorrow night. You're going to want to be here for that match tomorrow. Starting at 7 o'clock, we've got Lyle Gable taking on Tim. So that's going to be a fun match.
There were quite a few fun matches I've been seeing you had in all these KO challenges.
What was your favorite part about last night's match with the Scotch doubles?
It's unreal. I was telling, like I said, Dale, I was watching it. We had league last night, and the way that started out, when we turned it on on the hill, it was 8-3, and I'm like, well, this is going to be a blowout. All of a sudden, I think it went to 8-4 or 9-3, and then 9-4.
9-4.
All of a sudden, when I got home, I'm like, I got to see how this ended up and how Taylor did.
Successful jump by Dustin, but that is not the pocket that he called it in, so that is a wide open table for Tim Schotz.
Yeah, but it was amazing watching the finale of that match last night.
It was exciting.
Some great shooting by Taylor and Caden.
Sure, and being the defending champs of 4.0, they're proving why they won the first one.
Yeah.
Caden really plays above and beyond his
Fargo.
10th grade years.
Yeah, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
What's going on, Jeff Seidel and Corey Scheiderer? Apparently you know him.
Yes, I do. Hello, Sean Hanna. I'm up in Medford.
What's going on, Sean? Kyle Vertel tuning in from Wapaka. What's going on, Chris Green? The guy who sits in that chair more than anyone else, Todd. Mr. Green himself. What's going on, Jeff Sopa? Adam Granatella also going to be playing. Oh, boy. This one's getting away on him. I think this might be a good opportunity for a safe for Tim Schotz. What a great last name for a pool player.
Yeah. It does not get much better.
No. You're welcome, Jeff Sopa. Adam's going to be playing David Searing in the first round of this tournament. That's going to be fun. What's going on, Dan Vogel? So, if any of you know Dan Vogel.
Oh, nice shot by Tim.
You ain't kidding. I'll tell you what, that was not easy to get that shot on the one ball, and it's going to be even more difficult for Tim to get shape on this 8 ball. I think he's probably going to have to run into it to slow this cue ball down or go down table and back again. Let's see what he decides to do. That's what I thought was the smartest thing to do, is put a little inside English on it and run into it. Kick it over to the pocket. Good shot. 1-0 Tim Schotz. Okay, so what I was talking about is, if you know Dan Vogel, go to his Facebook page and look at the video that he took today of the baby deer. I'm assuming that was his backyard or side yard or whatever. The little Bambi was sitting in the gravel on the side of his house.
Really?
And Mama comes out of the woods, and baby gets up and walks over. It's the cutest video. So thanks for sharing that, Dan. That was really cool. What's going on, Mike Bonnell? Lacey Torzewski. You know her? I've heard of her before.
Once or twice I've met her.
I think I actually let me look for a second. I think I might have a picture of her. Oh yeah, that's Lacey right there. Obviously here cheering on her man, Tim Schotz. What's going on, Mark Bell? Ding, referred to. So Adam Granatella says, so Tim's wife is Mrs. Schotz? I'd say better shots. That'd be my opinion. I think she plays better than Tim. Make sure you tell Tim that later too, Lacey, please. Chris Green hanging out in the recliner tonight. No surprise there.
Todd Wilk, my partner from last night in league. And also Tim's partner from during the winter and the bar leagues.
So as your leagues, you obviously play on the hill.
Yes.
And is that a 2-person league or?
2-person league for the summer, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there like a Fargo cap and everything with the leagues, or is it whoever you want your partner to be?
No, but
anybody and everybody?
Yep, everybody and anybody. It is handicapped.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the ultimate pool?
This was your talk that you had with Tyler and Margaret was the first I'd really heard about it, and I'm really intrigued to do more research on it.
Sure.
It looks like something interesting. I know I seen a couple of comments. Somebody put on there, bring up the shot clock for tonight already. I think I think that's awesome.
It's a
there's a
game
lot of,
changer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting format.
I'm excited, and as Margaret and Tyler and I were talking about, it's all beta testing for Wisconsin. You know, other states have been very successful with it, and it's just coming to Wisconsin now. So we're gonna make our mistakes. There's no doubt about that. So, but it's gonna be a fun format.
There's always growing pains.
You betcha. Everything. And I made the comment with Margaret and Tyler after the fact is you look at most successful people and they fail their way to the top. You know, they've tried and tried and tried and tried, and they finally hit it right. So I think it's exciting times for pool in Wisconsin. Actually, the entire upper Midwest. There's a lot of new things coming out. What's going on, Pete Beshta? Mark Bell, what are you doing up in Johnson Creek for the next, or heading to Lake Erie for the next 5 days? I'm assuming he's going fishing.
I would assume also.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I talked to you last week, that's where I was down at Lake Erie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were doing some pretty serious fishing yourself.
We were down there for 5 days.
Do you salmon fish at all up there, or no?
No.
No.
Lake Erie is all walleye and perch.
Okay.
Yep. Salmon fishing is all on Lake Michigan.
I did not know that.
Yep.
That was an uncharacteristic miss by Tim on that 3-ball. It's kind of surprising. That's not something you normally see him.
No.
Yep, Mark Bell's going walleye fishing as well. So here's Dan Vogel's reply to what I had mentioned about the deer. My wife spores that fawn laying there about 3 o'clock this morning. I'm assuming spotted. Spot that fawn laying there about 3 o'clock in the morning. Mama came back shortly afternoon. I'm glad she videoed the reunion as I was out doing yard work at the time the reunion happened. Like I said, if you're friends with him on Facebook, go check it out. It's pretty cool. So I'm not sure if Justin has ever even been to the varsity club. I'm assuming so, but
I don't believe so.
No?
Nope, this is their first trip down here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
My first time meeting him, seems like a great guy. I wonder if the lights and the cameras and everything else are going to get to him during the match, being the first time on the stream.
It affects everybody a little bit different.
Tim's going into the pack here. Ooh. Forgot to make the 5-ball. Slight overcut.
Actually, overcut, yeah.
Good evening, JS. Amy Bauman tuning in, saying, hey, Todd.
Hello, Amy Bowman.
Obviously, Amy shoots at on the hill.
Yes, she does. Yep.
This is not the most ideal spot for Justin. He does not have much to shoot at other than a super thin cut on the 10 on the side or a 12-11 combo, which is ugly. All right, we just tipped the scales at 100 viewers on YouTube. How many of you have already subscribed to the channel and hit that like button? If not, Pete Beshta and Michael Parker are going to show you how to do it. They'll learn you because they do it all the time.
Ooh,
I guess he could see that 9. Todd, what's he going to do with that 14 ball, though?
Oh, it's got to get a setup. Thinking maybe taking the 12.
12 and then an angle on the 11.
The 11.
Yeah, I like that. He might have... He's got a little angle on that 11 now, but I don't think it's much. That's a good way to rattle that ball in the corner. Try to force it. Little right-hand spin. Punch spin. Yep. He did. Nicely done. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no reward.
What a bad roll. Man, I wish I could zoom in on that. Oh, wait, let's try this. It looks like they are married to each other.
Attached at the hip.
He may have to kick at this 14 ball. He might be able to see a piece of this 14, but I don't think it's going to do any good if he can.
No, I think you're right. I think he's going to be kicking at the 14 for the side.
So do Justin and Tim play against each other in the same league?
Yes. Yep. Justin plays on Monday nights up on the hill during the winter in our winter league.
So what are the odds that these two guys draw each other in the first round?
I've seen a lot of the matchups that just amaze me. The guys.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And
what a great kick. We're going to leave the camera right here. Sure wish I would have started my freaking replay. Damn it, Trevor. Way to go, Chris Green. Oh. Holy cow. I tell you what, Todd, this is if he gets out of this, this is one hell of an out. That backhand is shaking a little bit.
Oh.
Right before he hit it, I'm looking at his backhand, and he is nervous. Oh, such a beautiful run. All the work he did to get to that point and to miss a straight and 8 ball. None of us have ever done that before.
No.
Yep, Tim did not mind missing that. Park it right in front of that pocket. So the only spot that I see where Justin can call this is in the lower right-hand corner. So kick at it, 8-ball goes 2 rails and into that corner. That's the only place that ball is going. Maybe in the side,
Maybe
but
side.
yeah. That's a tough spot to be in.
I think I'd almost try to play it safe.
I like that better. The thing is, where are you going to put it?
Try to tie it on the 7.
Yeah. If you kick that 8 out of the way and leave Tim with the 1 ball, though,
Yeah.
it's game over.
I think he's going for the 2 rail, like you said.
Yep, he called it. I'm ready this time, Trevor. Better work. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a great attempt.
Wow. That was an unbelievable attempt.
What a beautiful shot. And look at, he did not leave Tim easy. I mean, he could play the 7 in the side, but it's not simple.
No, not by any means.
Todd Holzer. Have to question Tim's choice of a tire. I don't blame you, Todd. It's pretty rude.
Oh,
Whee! Just falls in that side. Right off the side of the outer point. Even though it's very close to that side pocket and easily pocketed, I would play this all the way down in the Vincent Didio pocket. Much easier shape for the
just
8
like
ball.
that.
For a 2-0 lead. Who should we talk about first? I think it should be Bobby Joe Coons. Let's talk about her. She's the owner and the broker of Home Sweet Home Real Estate in Waupun, Wisconsin. Many years of experience in residential, land, farm, and commercial real estate. Her name is Bobby Joe Coons. If you've heard that name before, that is the much more significant and better-looking half of her and Andy Coons, the proprietor and owner of Wisconsin Pool Players Society. For exceptional service, give Bobby Joe a call at 920-345-1055.
I do have to say, Dale, I really like the way that you have your new sponsor spotlight on the side.
Thank you. It really makes a difference for the viewers to be able to continue watching
What's going
the
on?
game.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, Todd. There's like 1,000 buttons in this streaming platform
I see that.
that I can mess up. I mean, there's stuff that I haven't even looked at yet. But I came across this thing. It's a merge effect. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give that a try. And I was sitting at home. I'm like, let's see what it does. So what I normally do is I'll type in merge effect into YouTube. So then it'll teach me how to do it. I'm like, hey, I kind of like this idea. I'm gonna use that for the sponsor spot. Here we are.
Yeah.
That's how most things have come to be.
Yeah, I figured there was quite a few different buttons to play around with in here. The time that I seen Matt Strong and Taylor Collar commenting, I believe it was your match.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
they're never allowed in the booth again. Neither one of them. They're finished. Did you see how many times that camera was spinning in circles, Todd?
Oh, it was.
Holy hell! They weren't even concentrating on the match half the time.
I think that had to be one of your most watched nights, though, Dale.
Oh, there's no doubt. I got to take my hat off to them. They did good. They did really well. Quite entertaining.
It was. It was. Lacey is going to best dress Tim better next time.
You know, and I'll be honest with you, Lacey. How in the hell did you let him out of the house looking like that? I mean, his hair isn't done. He looks like shit. Am I right, Todd Holzer? Cap, you got yourself a deal. You owe me, though. What's going on, Andy Coons? You know, I wonder. Oh! Brutal. I think that caught the glue on the edge of the pocket, or it just kind of wobbled there a little bit. Do you think Andy Coons just tuned in because of what I just said about him? There's probably a good chance of that.
Good possibility.
You know what? Screw you, Al Holden and Slim. You two can have each other. Hey, there's Trevor Simpson, finally tuning in at 10 after 9. Where were you? What were you doing with her? Actually, tonight it was Todd's fault. Trevor. Am I that predictable, Todd? I must be.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I've been doing this too long already.
But you
I'm gonna have to come up with
do
some.
Such a good job, Dale.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna have to come up with some new material. Okay, then, Andy, I'm glad you just got home, and please don't rewind 5 minutes. Oh, jeez. The chat just went right down the shitter.
Tom Joss.
Oh, dear Lord. You know, and I'll be honest with you, Todd. This is the message that I sent Tom Joss earlier today. I'll read it out to you. If only you were good with words, I would ask you to commentate for Tim's match tonight. You know, because, and of course he said, you know, he sends me, you know. I think I'd be nervous having Tom Joss in the booth.
Oh, I think that would be a.
I think he's got better lines than I do, and I don't like that shit. One I'm always going to remember. I'll never forget it. Tom says to me, I refuse to go into a battle of wits with someone who is completely unarmed. Like, you jerk. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was a heck of an attempt. And look at what he left Justin. I don't know if he can see this 3-ball, can he?
I think he can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's room there. But
That 10 definitely takes away that pocket. Ooh.
I think he almost has to play this 6 down or in the side there. Maybe the 7 does go past the 5.
I think it does.
It does. All right, that solves the 7 ball. So now it's a matter of getting that 1 ball out of there. And I think he can play the 6 first and play the 1 in the side.
Yep. I do agree. Tom in the booth would be epic.
Say again?
JS commented the Tom in the booth would be epic.
Yeah, epic.
I could.
Epic, that's the word I'd use. Another good looking run by Justin here. Gotta force this one over a little bit to get to the middle or
Just get
that end of the table at least.
Get a little better angle on the 4. Ooh.
Seen some people rattle that pocket, and I'm wondering if that kind of played in his head a little bit. This might run into that 14 and slow things down and leave him a not so good shot. Never mind.
Oh.
Well, we don't want to see it happen again. He banked it in there. That one did not go in clean, but it went in. All right, 2-1. Well, given the fact that we talked about Andy, may as well bring up his sponsor spotlight. Probably almost 12,000 members now on Wisconsin Pool Players Society. It was created in 2015. No, 2000. I forgot what year, Andy. Tell me. Created to share tournaments, knowledge, and discuss other pool-related topics. It is the largest Facebook pool group in the Midwest.
Nice break by Justin.
– 2010. All right. 11.4 thousand members. Hammer 25 says that it looks like Central Wisconsin is taking over the chat.
I believe that's Richie.
Richie.
Richie Kirsten.
Ah. Oh, boy.
The Hammer.
So when Tracy and Tom met, and then they ended up getting married just this past couple of months ago, right?
Yep, this last year.
Yeah. Did Tom move into Tracy's house, or did Tracy move into Tom's house? Or did they get a different house together?
I believe Tracy moved into Tom's.
Okay.
Yep.
So the reason I asked that question is because Sean Hanna says, my hero, Tom Joss, how big is their fucking front door for Tom to get his head through that door?
Oh, come on, no,
Jesus.
Dale.
Come on, Sean.
Tom is a great guy.
I know. I just hate to admit it. Ronald Jones, what's going on? Cheering on Tim. Tom is a good man. I like what he does for the veterans every year.
Yeah.
Passing out turkeys. Nice
Oh.
shot. Nice shot. Ooh. The old four-railer in the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket. So that 4 ball does go in between. So here's what's going to happen. He's going to pull this 5 ball back just a smidge, or pocket the 5 and pull the cue ball back a little bit. That 4 ball does go between the 8 and the 15 ball. But if he does not get the right angle, he is not going to get to the 6 ball from there.
Rattled it.
Todd, you're going to hang out with yourself for a second. I have
Okay, so Tim left Justin pretty tough on the table here. Do believe that 4 slides through. Oh, great shot by Justin. Now the 5 in the corner just needs to get himself shape on that 8. He's debating if he wants to cut it thin.
What did I miss, Todd?
Some very nice shooting on part of Justin.
Doing it again, huh?
He did slide that 4 in between pass to 8.
Woo!
When Tim left him the cue ball up here by the 11.
All right, to tie it up. Oh, no.
Ooh.
That is another missed 8 ball by Justin. He was up and out of that shot in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that could be a major difference maker in the rest of this match.
Oh,
That can start to wear on you and really get in your head.
yeah. And then with Tim not having any balls really tied up here.
Yeah, let's just mop up the remains.
Mm-hmm. Instead of being 2-2, you're now 3-1.
Little high left here, come 2 rails out towards almost the middle of the table. Should leave himself straight in. Yep, just like so. Well, like Todd said, for a 3-1 lead. And then I have a delivery to make. And I'm going to put it on camera so he can see it. So, Cap, this is for you, buddy.
There it is, Cap.
Cap, you owe me $8.50. Just kidding. Sean Hanna, I put the mental in fundamentals.
I take it that's Dave.
Yep. 8 ball on the
break.
break. That does not count, but he does get to keep shooting. Jason Harlan, the new owner of Johnco Express, formerly owned by Jeff Hefter, who, if this is your first time on Outer Points Productions, Jeff Hefter was the most I think I might have to go out there.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yep. Great job, Dale.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it had to be tapped. Otherwise, there's no way to freeze it on the backside of the floor. And you can't, if you leave it loose, it's not a legal spot, you know? So Jeff Hefter, former owner of Johnco Express, is the person that has been put in timeout more than anyone in history of Outer Points Productions. And if you know, Jeff, you'll know why. I love the cap as a tool. Yeah, Sean Hanna, but see, I put the mental in fundamentals. You put the fun in fundamentals. That'd be my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Good shot.
Nice shot.
I tell you though, Todd, this is not easy shape for any ball. The only shot he's got is because the 3 does not pass the 15 in the side. So I think he's going to have to play the 5 and try to get somewhere between the 9 and the 15 to get either the 2 or the 3. I don't think he's got much other choice.
He could a little lighter in there and maybe slide between the 13 and 11, take the 3 down.
True.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to play the 2 in the lower left. The video pocket. You see that Andy's yelling at me. Fine. They're still delivering packages and shipping them from Wisconsin and surrounding states. Andy Coons. Same day pickup and delivery. Call Jason right now. You know what? We should just call Jason for the hell of it. 920-921-9191.
Oh, and rattled.
Yikes. I don't think he had much to shoot at anyway after that. Yeah, I can't attempt to do that because the last time I tried calling somebody, it did not work. Well, another golden opportunity for Justin to mop up the remains of this rack. Make it a one game match instead of, or a set, I should say, instead of 2. Or potentially
3.
Yeah, potentially 3.
Yeah, and putting Tim on the hill.
It's a good start. I like leaving that 12 as the target ball. Aw, thanks, Trevor. Friend. I use that term very lightly. Dysfunctional. Little inside English on this. Get it to spin a little bit towards that 13 ball. Or not. That's okay. This is not easy, though.
No.
Because he's got to avoid the side pocket, number 1, and avoid the 3 ball.
Right.
Oh. Wow. That ball was afraid of the dark. That did not want to go down. He's going forward with this. That brings that 7 ball into play. Never mind. Wow, he hit that really good.
Nice shape.
He hit that really well.
And there it is, 3-2.
So his name is Rob Miller. He contacted me about 6 months ago and said, how can I get the Conscious Carnivore logo on your stream? I said, well, for $5,000, I'll do whatever you ask. Not quite that much, but I really appreciate him being a sponsor. He's been fantastic. It's always a pleasure talking with him. Haven't talked to him in a little while, but maybe we should call him too. Anyway, he and his partner own the Conscious Carnivore down in Madison, Wisconsin, on University Avenue. If you ever want to wander in that direction, look it up. They are a whole animal butcher shop that provides expertise to help customers be more knowledgeable about what and how they eat. They opened their doors in September of 2013 with a mission to educate the home cook. From local animal sourcing to on-site high-quality butchering, they can ensure grass-fed and healthy meats. So, Rob, we're going to be talking one of these days soon. If you're out there listening right now, Tyler and Margaret Steyer are on the carnivore diet. So all they do is eat meat, and they want to come and visit you. So I'm going to send them your way. They believe it's time to recapture the flavor of cooking and connecting with family and friends over a home-cooked meal. We should probably change that score. 3-2.
Nice break by Justin.
What are you going to take here, Todd?
I'm taking stripes.
I concur. The only real trouble ball is the 10 and potentially the 12, but the 12 can be played off the 6 in the side. 9 to the 10 would be pretty good.
Yep.
I think if I was shooting this, I would play the 5 or the 12 off the 6 right now. and leave that 15 there for last. Because if he takes stripes and leaves, it's a blocker for the 8. See, now if he doesn't get out from here, he's, although, yeah, the 7 and 2 are in a nasty spot for Tim.
Yeah, but he has the 6 to open them
Yeah.
up. I'm thinking Justin might play that 12.
12 on the side, sure.
Straight. Yep.
He's a little disappointed that he put himself on the rail, but I don't think it's going to matter too much.
No, I think he's actually set up very well.
Yeah, I think so too. Because he
13
can
to
just
the
float
9.
forward and play the 9 and then the 10.
Yes.
Oh, Trevor. I love you, man. I've never heard that one before. Have you, Todd? You put the 2 in Tool?
No. Oh.
I'm not a big fan of this right here. I don't know about you, Todd, but this is danger. He's going to have to put all kinds of inside English on this 14 to either try to run into the 1 or to get between the 2 and end up with a... This is tough. This is a pretty sharp angle. Yeah.
No. He hit it with inside, just a little strong.
And that does not go past that 6 ball in the side. Not a chance. So now, he almost has to take the risk of playing that 10 in the side.
Looks like he's possibly banking it up by the 8 also.
Dear Lord in heaven. That's almost harder than the cut.
That's what I would think.
Remember when I said earlier, Todd, I'd leave that 15 for last?
Mm-hmm.
In case you don't get
No
out?
reason why.
Yeah.
Oh, off the outer point.
Well, this is almost ideal for Tim to play the 6 ball and then play a 7-2 combo.
So I'm thinking the 3 and then the 6, rolling in between the 7 and the 2, opening them up.
Yeah, you could do that too. I don't think this combo is that bad, though. I think that's what he's looking at right now, too. But if you miss it, you lose the game.
Yep.
Where that 10 is. I'm not a huge fan of this just
Ooh.
because now you're leaving that 7-2. You still don't have an angle for
I
it.
think he's taking a 7 right now to decide.
Ooh, boy. This is not easy. That is not an easy pocket to put a ball in. Never mind. And just shut the hell up. See? That was perfect shape, Todd, just like
Yep.
I said.
Yeah.
Oh. Cap being a wise guy already, huh? He might have said that before I said play the combo, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Afterwards. Whatever, Dave. How the hell is your back doing, by the way, Dave? He's got some pretty serious back issues going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about after his match the other last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to put Tim on the hill in set number 1. And that's the
Center
shot.
hole.
That is the shot.
Yeah, that's nice out. Justin has got his work cut out.
Yeah, and especially being Tim's break. And Tim really has not been very successful on his breaks yet.
No.
I don't think he's. Has there been a break and run yet? I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
There will be a 9-ball with these guys. Can't feel your left hip. Man, that sounds like sciatic nerve problems. That is no fun. Any back problems they suck.
Oh, you aren't kidding.
I take it you've been through it as well. It's brutal.
They get no better as you get older.
No, they don't.
Oh, there, Tim.
Much better break. That was a second ball break. And he's got shot at the stripes. I don't think he's got anything of the solids variety to shoot at.
No, but I'm thinking stripes are looking pretty good for him.
Let's talk about John Kramer for a little bit. He's the creator and the man behind Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization that recognizes and honors the individuals who have made a profound impact in billiards through exemplary talents, dedication, and their contributions to the sport in our state. Between himself, Greg Andler, Jean Maglio, Kelly O'Hearn, Priya Nataraj, who else am I missing? I think that's it. The entire staff of Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame do an exceptional job at what they do. They work hard to preserve the history of these individuals and act as a foundation of support. I mentioned it every stream that I talk about Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. If you've never been, have you ever been to one of the banquets?
No, I haven't, but I am planning to hopefully go this year.
It's incredible for the inductees to listen to some of the speeches. Have been awesome.
Oh, what a nice shot.
He is going to be jacked up over this 8-ball to shoot the 12. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult, but I don't think he has a choice. He's going to run into this 2-ball. He could actually play the 14 first if he wanted to, but that makes it really hard to get back for the 12. If all else fails, he might end up with a shot at the 13 in the side as well.
Nice shot.
So now, let me get my Joe Biden teleprompter up here. Sorry. Well, he's already doing what I was going to suggest anyway, but he's got a bad angle on this 13.
Mm-hmm.
He's going away from the 14 instead of into the shot. And that 5 is quite the blocker to get where he needs to go. Oh. Yeah, I think he tried putting a little bit. Ooh, he would have loved to have that 13 stay on the table, because now he's going to be in one ball hell. This is the perfect opportunity for Justin to play a safe.
Mm-hmm.
Just hit into the 1 and the 4, or whatever.
The one would have stopped.
Right. But you don't want that 4 coming into the 14 though either.
Right.
If you hit it hard and then kick it out. I think this is a good spot for a safe, though. So I got to give a shout out to, doesn't want that 14 in the way. All right, worked out good. So there was a match the other night, and it was Tim Volkman against somebody else in the chat. Do you remember who it was, Todd?
No, I don't.
I would say one of the best sportsmen of the game, and has been, exemplary when it comes to good attitude around the table, constantly smiling all the time. And his game is really starting to show because of that. And he's right at the very bottom of the chat, Mr. Derek Delancey.
Yep, I just thought of that.
I got to give a shout out to Derek, because when he played Tim Volkman the other night, there's some things that did not go Derek's way.
Oh, no.
Just brutal. Couple of rolls. And no matter what happened, Derek, he'd never once lost his composure. He was a true gentleman during the entire match, and after the match, came back and talked to me for a little bit afterwards. So hats off to you, Derek. That's really going to improve your game. So I wish more people were like that.
Yeah, it's a different world we're living in.
Got that right. That was well done.
Perfect.
I would have never even thought of playing that. I didn't know it went past the 8 ball. Man, he takes no time in getting back down on that next shot. Okay. 4 to 3.
Falling back into it.
And his break. So if you're looking for a new brake tip, I finally got mine put on, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It is the Cyclone, which is made by Mako Tips. His name is Eddie Altman down in Florida. Sent me 10 of them. I think I got 5 of each color. $19.95 installed. If you're interested in trying out one of these, there is the statement at the bottom of the sponsor spotlight is what I like the most of it is the control. So I've been. Did Justin just road rack himself? Sure looks that way. There's a big clump of 4 balls right in the middle that didn't even move. Anyway, I really like the Cyclone, the way it literally just destroys the rack. Of course, you do have to have some skills, which I do not have. So I completely depend on the tip itself. All right. He's left himself with either a bank on the 12 or the 13 in the side. Either one is not fabulous. This is a potential foul, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think he's going that way.
You got that right, Al. Wait a second, you son of a... What the... Screw you, Al. What the... God...
I wasn't able to have the sound up last night with that Scotch match, but what was the over-under with Taylor last night?
I think the Vegas had the odds at 13 again because of the previous match.
Yeah, I did see that previous one. And
I think it was pretty tame in the beginning of the match, in the middle of the match, but then all of a sudden, and anybody that was here watching last night, then the whining started.
All hell broke
Oh,
loose.
boy, yeah. There were a couple of F-bombs talking about the previous 6 or 7 matches and F this and F that. And, yep, it went for the bank.
Oh.
Nicely done. So, yeah, there was just... I think I mentioned it to Holly Hillman as Caden's mom, and I mentioned it on the stream, too. It was like listening to a cat in heat.
Oh.
Just Taylor just yeah, we'll leave it alone. He is a friend, so
Yeah.
and a fellow teammate, but yeah. We don't always make the right choices in life, right, Todd? Oh, look at this.
Oh.
He is blocked again. Wait
I
a second.
believe
Hey,
every direction.
does that 14 go in the side, though?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. He might have to shoot away from it, and I think he could make that. You betcha, Derek. Well deserved. Al Holden, you not so much. So Al Holden's going to be here next week when Mike Niver and Dumper Dan take on, I can't remember who they're playing in the Scotch doubles. Oh, Gray Seek and Mark Scafidi.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a really good match. So Al Holden's going to be joining me in the booth again for that match. That'll be a nightmare in the process.
You got quite a lineup coming up all week.
Phew. Holy cow. We got 2 more of these matches. Yeah, tomorrow night is Tim Stockinger and Lyle Gable. And then I think I'd have to look. And then we go back to the Scotch doubles on Sunday. And even more fun, Todd, is we've only got 2 more matches left in 1.4, which is the 499 and under.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're into round 3 where all of those matches are going to be streamed as well. So, yep, he could make it. And ended up
Burying him. Oh.
brutal, a brutal roll. Did you hear it, though? He miscued. So he miscued on the 14. So this could have ended up completely different. But
Miscued, made the 14. The third. I
Made
believe
the
that was a
14, the 15, and no shot on
And
the
no-
9. That's too bad.
Al says he might even be here tomorrow night.
Okay, don't be threatening me, Al. I'll punch you right in the kneecap.
No, the singles don't have any mics on. You're just doing that with the Scotch doubles, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Could you imagine, Todd, if we mic'd up all the players all the time?
Oh,
What a disaster. I mean, I've done some stupid things, but that would be, I think, over the edge.
oh.
Heck of a try. But that might put him in a very bad predicament.
Starting 9-ball.
Having to win. Yep. Although, if it does end up where Tim runs out this rack and ends up winning 5-3, it's not the worst score. You know, if it was 5-0, 5-1, you'd
Right.
really start to feel some pressure. But
Oh.
and Justin knows full well he's let at least 2 of these games
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
for sure. So given you brought that up, Todd, this is kind of what my schedule looks like over the next several days. So the next 2 nights are going to be at 7 o'clock, and then the next one is going to be Sunday at 3. So that's going to be the next Scotch doubles.
And then a match at 7 on Monday.
Another Scotch doubles at 6 o'clock, and that's the last one of that round. So, yeah, it's all kind of coming together at the end where the next month is going to be grounds for divorce for my wife.
Did I see that right, Dale? You just celebrated an anniversary?
Yeah, 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My sympathies to your wife.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I don't know how she's done it. I ask myself every day.
Strong woman.
You ain't kidding. And she retires in 2.5 days.
Oh,
Very proud of her.
that.
So look at,
You need to applaud that.
I'm on it. Well done, Mrs. Cheddar.
Yes.
You know,
But then she's going to be around you more.
I was going to try and beat you to it because I knew it was coming. All right, this 8-ball for set number 1 for Tim Schotz.
And there it is.
Let's play some 9-ball. I think they might be taking a quick break. Yes, indeed
Yep,
they are.
Yep.
So I'm going to play a video for you. Do. If I can find it. There it is. And we'll be back. All right, we are back, but the players are not. So, as I was saying before, this is tomorrow night's match. And then you're going to want to be here for that one. As I mentioned, oh, actually, I don't even know if I mentioned that earlier. So, Dumper Dan is going to be my co-commentator tomorrow night. He hasn't been in the booth for quite some time.
I would imagine he's been busy out on the water.
Very much so. So I'm glad he's going to be taking some time off to sit in the booth with me again. That's going to be a fabulous match. Then, if I can find it. There it is. This is going to be another. All of these are really good. So this is the next one up then. We've got Bud Snyder and Zach Hagencord. And those two Fargos are really, really close to each other.
And I have seen Zach play.
Yes, I have too.
From up, I believe up by
Anago. Yep. Zach has been on the stream multiple times already. Played with Steve Hill Martin several times. Played in some of the singles tournaments as well. It's going to be a really good match. Really looking forward to that one as well. All right, let's play some 9-ball. And we're going to start out talking about Vincent Didio. That goofball. Vince D of a Gallery 83 Tattoo Company is a multi-award winning artist with probably 22 years now, 21 at least, of experience in all styles of tattooing, from elaborate black and grays to simple small designs. He is equipped to bring all of your ideas to life. Good starting break by Tim. A shot on the 1-ball, but pretty thin.
Yeah.
Gallery 83 in Fond du Lac is a relaxing, safe, and clean environment. For more information, if you get an opportunity and you want a tattoo of your own, contact Vince at vincedtattoos.com or vincedtattoos@gmail.com. Vince has been in the booth many times. All right, Al Holden, you've got yourself a deal. I'll do Fireball. That always makes me happy. Yeah, that was a hard shot. Jacked up over the 9. Shoot out. Shoot.
Let's see if Justin can settle in here. The 9-ball.
You are not wrong, Al Holden. Good shot. That is nicely done. And he's got a good angle to... Ooh, maybe not. He might be straight in on this. That makes it really hard. Let's get... Oh, boy.
Oh, I think he's got a little bit of an angle.
Might be able to force it out.
Yeah.
Yep. Plenty. I don't know how tight that is going past the 7-ball, so he might have to play this to play in the 5 in the side. Dave S., you are 100% correct. Yes, I did forget. There you go. 5-3. Nice.
Very nicely done.
How do you get to the 6 now? It's getting harder. Al Holden, I already know Leanne, and I will not put my toes in that water. Not a chance. Oh, look at this. Look at the spin off that 7 ball.
Nice shot.
You tell me that was intentional? Get out of here. Al, I think Leanne would chew me up and spit me out into one of the side pockets. It would be my final resting place. He did it again.
Oh.
He jumped up out of that shot so much. Worried about the result instead of making the shot. Never done that before, have you?
No, never.
No, me either. All right, I'm guessing this 8 and 9 ball are going to go in the same pockets. 2 rails around the 9. Just like so.
Good guess, Dale.
One zip. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, Todd, but if Justin keeps this up, this is going to be a 2-set match.
I'm wondering if what you had talked about earlier, the lights and the cameras aren't getting him being the first time he's been on this. It is something different to do.
It is. I've been talking about it for the last year and a half. Well, actually, even when Brian and I were together and at Matt Apple, first starting out, people can say it all they want. Stream doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it does.
BS.
I know the first time I shot at Matt Apple on the stream, yeah.
Yeah. Nice break.
Good break.
Shot on the 2. 5-7 combo is probably going to be the ugliest part of this rack. But I think it does go. Yes.
Yeah.
What's going on, Randy Parlick? So over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be looking for... Wow, what are the odds? That doesn't even touch the 9 ball. I like the idea of playing safe because it was a tough cut on the 2.
And to get up on the 3, control it, yeah.
For that to end up there is just unbelievable. That should have been glued to the back of the 9 ball. How you doing, Randy? Yeah, that makes that's
Nice shot,
that's
right
how you
down.
play the safe, says
Wow.
Tim Schotz. They don't call me Tim Schotz for nothing. Watch this. So over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be recruiting, if you will, league operators from all across the state for if there is interest in bringing the Ultimate Pool League to your area, reach out and let me know. Be happy to help because that's going to be my job permanently. Unless they fire me, which that's always a possibility too.
I was listening to that, Dale, when you had Tyler and Margaret in here. Somebody had brought up the question about how many tables you had to have to run the league. And I know Tyler had said that, I mean, it's only you only had one table, but would that be like a bar league then, where you would have different? I think that was where their question was how many tables you'd have to run it in an.
It kind of depends on the area or, how they want to run their league, because if it's just one table, you're only going to get 1 or 2 matches in a night.
Right.
If you start one at 6 o'clock and then another one at 8:30.
Yep.
Yeah. So because every match is going to be about 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's going to be a little time in between, so on and so forth. But for the most part, it should last 2.5 to 3 hours. So if there are venues that have 2 tables or 3 tables, something like that, you can run, a 6-team or 8-team league.
Sure.
And, still get qualified.
Okay. That's what I was thinking that question was about. Where
is there like a minimum?
Right, but if you only had one table, well then
that'd be tough.
Yeah, so you'd be looking at other places like a bar league where you have multiple tables at different places.
Right. And I'll be honest with you, Todd, I haven't dug deep enough into it myself yet. This is all, it's very new to all of us.
Yeah.
So
I think it's going to be a great, it looks like I was very intrigued listening to it myself. That was the first I had heard of it.
I believe so too. But I think, as far as I know, there's not like a traveling league. So if you remember back in the day before you had like big pool halls like this, where you've got the 1-2 tables. Wow, what a great shot by Tim. What a beauty.
Wow.
Well, I tell you, he really dug into that cue ball on that shot. That was really well played. That makes it 2-0 already. But it is a race to 7, so anything can happen. If there is a traveling league, there is that possibility too. So if you got 5 or 6 bars in one area, which equates to 12 tables or 14 tables, that'd be ideal. It'd be a little more fun to manage, but.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we got a replay on that shot.
Sorry about that. I did not get a replay on that. I mean, it was a nice shot, but come on. That's not highlight reel, I don't think. Lacey sounding so surprised. Brett Tovar lives right here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and he is the man to contact for a leaky roof or leaky underwear, from what I heard. How old are you, Todd?
56.
56? You got leakage problems? You don't have to answer that. You don't. That makes us uncomfortable here in the booth. It's a very small area. But he does specialize in roofing. They include a full re-roof, asphalt and rubber roof installs, leak detection, as I had said, and repair. So if you are interested in any of those areas of your roof, give Brett a shout over at tovarconstructionllc.com. Fill out their information, and he will get back to you. And I've said it many times, I'm stealing this from another commercial. Just remember, it's not your fault. It's asphalt. That's a horrible joke.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's fun for me. Banking on the 1. That's going to come up, not quite far enough. Thin cut in the same pocket. And then we know Lacey. Lacey taught Tim everything he knows about pool. You know, if you go back and watch the very first...
Ooh.
Holy cow, that one almost didn't go in. If you go back and watch the very first Scotch doubles mic'd up match, you will see Lacey pretty much holding up the entire team. You know, Lacey just, I mean, she shot lights out. You know, Tim lost it for him. You know, it's a shame to see that. Am I right, Lacey?
Whoa.
Well, that was gutsy.
I was trying to do something with that 4.
Let's see him get on this 3 ball. I'll tell you what, I have the instant replay ready this time. So if he does something spectacular here, I will be ready. This would be a hell of a draw shot to get down by the 4 ball.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to, yep.
Play safe.
Play safe.
Yep. And this is an easy hide behind that 6 ball. Run into the 9 and use it as a stopper. Or
use the 5 as a funnel and bank the 4 up.
I don't think I'd do that. I think I would actually hit it would be Tim's left side of the 4 ball and just thin the 4 and run it into the 9 ball and bring that cue ball all the way back down table. Because it's going to hide it dead behind that 6.
Yeah, see, I'd go with the other one. Run the
You'd bank it?
Run the cue into the 9. Oh.
Yeah. Did he get away with it?
I think he got away with it.
Wait a second. Is he wearing pink shoes? We'll check that out in just a second. Oh, catches the outer point and leaves him straight in. Man, I'll tell you what, Justin is not catching any breaks right now.
No.
See, got
Orange.
I'm trying to see if
Like an orange.
Oh yeah, look at the heel looks salmon.
Salmon.
Looks like salmon. It's beautiful. Again, Lacey, why on God's green earth are you allowing him out of the house looking like that? We might have to fine him for being on the stream even. This is not going to be good.
Oh, it is perfect.
Oh, that slowed up perfectly.
Nice touch. Oh.
That's not what he wanted.
No, any means.
I don't know, the way Tim just lifted his foot and showed the back of his heel on that shot, those are definitely salmon colored. They're pink. I mean, let's hang on a second here. I don't know, they're pretty freaking bright, whatever they are. I think, and I'm not knocking Justin at all.
Not by any means, but I think he's trying too hard.
Absolutely. That's what I was just about to say. He's got so much body movement in his shots. How can he be consistent in any? This is going to go on the other side. This is going to go on the other side. Oh. Wow. Jeez. I don't think Tim should take that. I think he should just give that back. That's not nice. You get shots like that.
Dale, we both know there's a lot of things about this game. Sometimes it's not nice.
You hate him. Hate the.
Now Lacey says they are orange.
Fine.
So is that 3-0?
Sure. So I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in last night. I put a goal out there for the YouTube channel. And at the end of the day, we ended up with, because we were at 1,682 when we started the stream. And we got 21 subscribers just last night.
Nice.
To put it over at 1,703. And since then, we've got 6 more subscribers. So thank you, everybody. That just earned me an extra $1.87 for this month. Yeah.
Half a gallon of gas.
Yeah, not bad. That will get me about halfway home. But seriously, thank you everybody very, very much for the likes and the subscribes and the sharing and the caring and whatever else I can think of. It is greatly appreciated. Do you swing at the 9 ball here?
I'm thinking that was what his plan was.
Get the old carom on the 9. This could cost him another game if he misses.
Mm-hmm. Or leave it hanging.
Yep.
He did not hit that well. He rushed that.
Yep, and Tim is going to have a shot at the 3. Oh, yeah, that's not the worst.
No.
The only thing that Justin has going for him right now is that cue ball is on the rail, so it's going to be harder for Tim to get shape on that 6. Nope, hit it thick. They're having a lot of fun over there.
Oh, yes, they are.
There's a lot of yelling and screaming. That one is also hit too thick. But did you notice how he shot that, Todd? I mean, he's literally putting his whole shoulder and body and everything into those shots.
Yeah, and jumping up.
Yeah. This is a lot of inconsistent. He's got a good game, but it's inconsistent.
Oh. That is the Vincent Didio pocket, right?
God, what an asshole, huh? Vincent? Unbelievable. What a jerk.
And the 3 still has to go in there.
I know. This is the 5th, 6th shot at that 3. Vincent, what the hell, man? This is going to get right behind the 9. Oh,
Nope,
I guess
no.
not. You know what? That's for the 3 ball.
Oh,
Did it again.
Yep.
It's a pretty easy bank for that 6 ball, too. This is one of my favorites. I like this bank. Right where the cue ball is. Or play safe.
Yeah. Either way.
Being up 3-0 in a race of 7 in 9 ball, I think I'd go for it.
Yep.
Nope, he's playing safe.
Yeah, the only thing big thing you had to be careful of there, if you go for that bank, it's possible to scratch off the 8.
Off the backside of the 8 or the 7, correct. Well, he did neither and did not get safe.
Yeah, but that 8 ball messed up that 6 or the 7 a little bit now. Try to get back up on that.
I think he can. I mean, if he's got a monster draw shot, he could draw it into the rail and into the 8 or 7 and bust it up. Or if he can finesse this enough, he could get short side in the 7, but it's going to make it a really. That's what I was talking about.
Yep.
That is a fabulous shot. And some dumbass didn't have the instant replay ready. Oh, that amateur hour. All right, much needed for Justin. Pocket speed. There you go. Pocket speed.
And
3-1.
on the board.
I think to save us all time and to get us, so nobody loses any sleep tonight, Justin should win the next 6 in 9 ball. So we go to 10 ball and then skip all that other bullshit and go right to a shootout.
Well, I don't know, Dale. I think you'd have a tough time talking him into that.
I think so too. Yeah. Eight ball goes down and a shot on the 1.
Nice looking rack here.
I think the 3 to the 4 is the hardest shot, and that's really even not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty simple rack. Just draw it around that 7 ball or right past the 7 ball. And, yep, right there. Couldn't have hit it any better. Float forward for the 5 in the upper right-hand corner. So Tim's making short work of this rack. This, all you do is make it, and the cue ball is going to end up in perfect shape for the 6. Just don't want to get on top of it. Just like so. I don't think he wanted to run into that 9 ball, but it turned out perfect because now it's a stop shot on the 7 all the way down and the 9 in the side. And that'll make it 4-1. That was a quick rack. That was the fastest one of the night by far. And you don't want to let Tim get in a rhythm now when it's 4-1 to end the match. It's not just the set.
Hey, you're right, T-Call. Playing on the stream is brutal if you're not used to it. In Dale, we're talking about that. You can say what you want, that it doesn't bother you, but it definitely does.
JP Shower Custom Cues, headquartered in Green Bay, Wisconsin, has been building custom pool cues for over 30 years. All right, 4 ball down, shot on the 1, and a good angle, a relatively decent angle to get to the 2 ball. Might have another break and run here. I think this is the hardest shot right here.
I think you're right.
Everything that goes into a JP Shower pool cue is among the highest quality available. Exotic woods, inlays, tips, and ferrules are all built with top-notch materials. Every single P-Shower cue is 100% made in the USA and includes a lifetime warranty against warping and defects. Good shot. Not the easiest of shape. I think he's just going to have to go, just make the ball and go twice across. Or 3 times across and play a very simple 3-9 combo.
Biggest thing is just focusing on making that too.
Absolutely.
Nice
And
shot.
did. All right, right on the 50-yard line. If he wanted to get frisky, he could actually play both of these. He could play the 3 off the 8. It's kind of the same tangent line then to play the carom on the 9 ball. I tell you what, there's things that you'd never imagine you'd see in a pool hall that.
Oh, and he did. Oh.
Well, the one thing that Justin has going for him is he didn't leave Tim with an easy shape to get to the 5 ball, but it's not the worst either.
No.
He is kind of straight on and close to the rail, but the biggest thing is running into the 7 ball. If he runs into the 7, he'd still have a shot, but then it'd be hard to hold for the 5 to get to the 6. I'll show you that in just a second.
Uh-oh.
That's what I was talking about. It is
It's my birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Are you guys live?
Yes. Thank you for coming up here and putting a big old handprint right on my plexiglass. I'd love to show you what just happened. That's a first on Outer Points Productions.
Yeah, that's what Tim had to do there.
That's not the worst. I can't believe she just did that. So a girl comes up with her phone in her hand, and it says, "It's my birthday."
It's my birthday.
On the phone, and she slams it up against the plexiglass on the booth. Here, I'll show you what's. I'll wait. We'll watch and see what Justin does first. Taylor Collar. So to answer your question, it's meant to be on a different night. Oh my gosh, again. He just gets shafted. Ay, ay, ay. I tell you, a couple of rolls the other direction, and this is a completely different match, but this is... For that 8-ball to come back and freeze right on the... is brutal. So, Taylor, no, it's not meant to be on Thursday nights. And that's one thing that we're going to talk over with Matt Strong, and Roger Pregler is now running the league here at Varsity Club, along with some others from what I understand. I have been kept in the loop.
Oh.
Again. Didn't leave Tim easy, but still. No, Taylor. So it's not meant to take over Thursday Night League at all. Or any other league for that fact. But we have until September to figure it out. So we've got a lot of chatting to do with the powers that be.
Nice shot.
Yep. Good shape on the 9. Five to 1.
Things are just not going Justin's way tonight.
Yeah, some self-induced.
Yeah.
Some not.
I mean, I'm good friends with Tim, and yeah, I mean, like you said, a couple of rolls the other way, and
okay, that's
oh yeah. Okay, we got a break by Tim. I believe you came up dry. Dale had to step out and take care of some business.
Oh, to be young again, Todd. They're having fun, but you don't want to do it at the expense of a cloth on a pool table either. You don't sit on a pool table and took your feet on it. Yikes.
Yeah, like you said, if you could describe what's all going on down here.
Well, he messed up the 2-ball. Well, the 1 and the 2, actually.
1, 2, yeah.
So if you look there on the right of your screen, you got a whole bunch of younger girls that they were literally sitting on the pool table. Feet up, taking pictures.
Oh.
Not the best thing to do for a pool table.
That was a hell of a shot by Tim. We got Justin tucked in there.
This is really going to be difficult for Justin to hit that one ball. And this could be the first possibility of a 3 foul. If Tim decides to pursue that further.
Did you put 4
Tiernan.
feet of fair? 4 feet of fear into
4
that.
feet of... What a son of a...
Oh.
That's actually the funniest thing he's ever said. Jerk. Look at this hit. Oh my gosh, how did that miss? Jeez. That was a hell of an attempt.
Yeah.
That did not miss by much either. So you're looking at it from your vantage point. Does that 2 go past the 8?
I don't believe so.
Easy safe for Tim, though. Just play the 1. Oh, here we go. 3 foul. Oh, God, there's more. It's like a whole herd of them. This has become more of a sorority party than a pool hall, you know?
And
He's not going to get away with that one.
no.
It's got a window for Justin to see that 1 ball this time. I'm still laughing at the 4 feet of fear. What a jerk. Oh, look at there. Let's watch a replay of that one, shall we? This is a nice shot. Or not. Maybe we won't get to see it. Son of a...
Meanwhile,
He made
at
it.
Ranch,
Hit the wrong button. I should have hit the 10-second replay. All right, we can change that scoreboard, though. 5-2. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. It is 9 minutes to 11, so I don't blame you for heading off to bed. Balls flying everywhere. 2-3 just got messed up. 4 is hard to get to. Really no shot on the 1. I say ride the 9. Nicely done. Good save by Justin. Good chance at a hit, but also a very good chance at a scratch after the hit. Or not hit it and give him ball in hand. I think you almost got to play this 2-3 combo.
That's what I was going to say. I think he's setting up for that.
It's wouldn't be really too hard of a safe. Just kind of pushing the 2 behind the 3, or banking it around the 3, but it really doesn't solve anything.
And I don't see the 2 getting froze up on the 8.
Right. That actually, the 8's actually going to help.
To push the 2 back towards the pocket.
As long as he doesn't hit it too hard. Like that. I think that's another telltale sign that Justin's never played on this table or at varsity club is you can't hit any shots on this table that hard.
Right.
Because even the slightest bit off and it will rattle.
Well, that's any of the diamond tables. Diamonds are...
You bet.
Yeah.
High praise. Good one, Al. Patrick Carlson is going to Soaring Eagle Open. Nice. That is always an incredible tournament. Thomas Bowen, where the hell are you? Uh-oh. 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 I wouldn't be surprised if that scratched. Wouldn't have been surprised. Quite a few things not going his way. Thomas Bowen, did you move somewhere out on the East Coast?
Florida.
I knew that. Too hot down there right now. It's not a bad miss.
No.
Because this is pretty tough for Tim to hit. There is a window between the 3 and the 4, but it is not a big one. And he's going to have to put a little schmutz on it. I think he's going to have to go 2 rails. No. Is he going to go through those? This will be a hell of a shot. Tell him to get the hell out of the way. We can't see. Damn it, Tim. I'm ready on the replay.
Oh.
No. Yeah, that was
Nope, that was a tight
tiny.
window.
That was tiny. Jump the 8. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad idea. That wouldn't have been the worst. Good angle on the 3. He'll be playing the 4 in the same pocket. We'll just keep it here for a little bit. Uh-oh, don't get behind the 8.
Oh.
Don't get behind the... Again! Oh,
Wow.
my gosh. His speed is just killing him.
Oh, brutal.
Wow. That's painful to watch. Hey, Sam. Guess what? You are more than welcome to leave. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. See ya. Good hit. You almost want to see that go in, you know?
Yeah.
Lynn Menke, is Matt Apple doing something similar to your KO challenge? Not that I'm aware of, not at all. Actually, they are streaming a lot of my matches for the KO challenge here. So if that's what you're referring to, they have actually done 3 of them last week, I think. And might be one more coming up. No, maybe not. I'm wrong on that. But I greatly appreciate Patrick Glynn and Kendall, of course, for hosting some of the matches for the KO. But no, as far as I've heard, I haven't heard they're doing. If they are, that's a hell of a compliment. I'll take it. Although I have all the faith in the world that between myself and Tyler and Margaret that we are going to get the Ultimate Pool League up and running in September, hopefully all across the state. The worst that could ever happen, well, I mean, if it does end up not happening, there will be an Ultimate KO Challenge, where we're going to use the format of the Ultimate Pool and make a KO challenge out of it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Be some very quick matches.
Yeah, it would be.
30-second time clock,
Right.
you know. I think somebody should have done that 20 years ago. That's nice. I mean, all in all, the way that ended up is not that bad. Even Tim might be able to make this combo. That was a heck of an effort by Justin.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot to work with there.
No. Yeah, and that was the hard part of that shot, getting a shot on the 4 afterwards. Thanks, everybody. Oh, beautiful save. I like Tony Walrus is by far the best. Watch this safe by Tim. No, we're going to miss it. I'm going to see if he gets a hit. And does.
And
makes it. And has a bank shot on the 5. That's better than no shot. But the difficulty is I think that 5 is frozen.
I believe so, yeah.
So that is going to make it much harder to make this bank shot. Yeah, see it, Sam. You know, and it's one of those guys that he's probably like a 385 Fargo, you know, or something like that. Can't play a lick of pool, but he's a 850 Fargo with a keyboard in his hand. See ya. You are not going to be missed. I have no idea what that was. I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
Thinking maybe try to put the
Cue ball behind the 9?
The 9, yeah. Try to get the cue ball, the 9 in between the cue and the 5.
It's not even close.
No.
This is going to put Tim Schotz on the hill. This is not going to put Tim Schotz on the hill. Although. Yep. Tim fell for it. He fell for it from Justin. He's going to give him a, easy out. He's like, no, I'll get back to the table again.
The Vincent Video pocket.
And look at this. He's hooked.
Hooked him.
He's hooked. This is what happened last night on the stream. So last night, Jeff Hubie shoots the 7 or shoots the 6 ball, is going for the 7 in the same position, and ends up hooked on the outer point. Brutal roll. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. What a hell of an attempt. Wow, what a great... This ball isn't done rolling yet. Oh. Let's watch that again. Watch this 2-rail kick by Tim Schotz. Come on, shoot it, Tim, before the replay runs out. Okay, maybe we're not going to see it. Is he frozen? Look at how close this comes to going in. Are you serious? It hit like 3 rails. That is so wrong. Wow. Yeah. Unbelievable.
So
Unbelievable.
That puts us at 5-3.
Correct. That's a whole different game. Tim should be on the hill right now with 6-2. And now instead of 4-game spread, it's a 2-game spread. Massive difference. Let's talk about Dave and Brad Gillette just for a second. They created a system called a V3 magnetic chalk system made by bravebilliards.com. Sorry, brave-billiards.com. It's the one that made for me. They're based out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, so I'm going to keep it local. They do incredible work because they can customize it any way that you want to. Extremely durable. Magnets they're not super strong. They're strong enough. Customize the holder, anything you want. Fits every kind of chalk, whether it's Master, Teom, Peggy Lion chalk, or Predator. So anything you could think of, and it does clip pretty much anywhere you want. All right, that was a quick potty break by Tim. They're back. Patrick Carlson, will there be another 525 and under KO challenge? Yes, at some point. One of these weeks, I'm going to actually put together. I'd like to say that I actually have a schedule of what I'm going to do next, but I don't. No. There's too many variables, and the vacations, the holidays in between. There's so many things that happen that I can't put together an actual, okay, on this date, this is going to happen, because none of them work out that way. Not one of them has. And that's okay.
What do you have going right now, Dale? 3 KO challenges?
Yep. 1.4, which is a 499 under. We're down to 18 players. 4.1, which is the Scotch doubles. We're down to 8 teams. And then this one is still first round. Started out with 16 players when we're down to 12.
Okay.
11 after tonight.
Yep.
See ya, Holden. Sweet dreams, buddy. Indeed, Lynn. That Vincent Didio pocket is nasty.
Nice shot by Tim.
Whee! Tim has a very powerful draw stroke. Uh-oh. He's going to have to play a 6-9 combo. I think he may have to attempt it. Look at this draw shot on the 4-ball by Tim. He hit this fabulous. And just the right amount of spin. Well, hurry up. We're going to miss it. All right. I'm going to have to go back to it later. He's going for the cut.
Back cutting it. Yep.
Hit it good, too. I think that was Justin's only hope there, was Tim missing that 6-ball. I think he's going to be on the hill. Oh, my. Look at it's going to
kick it.
Go. Wow. That is not what Tim Schotz had planned, but he will take it because now it's real easy to get on this 9-ball.
Yep.
All right, this is going to put Tim on the hill.
Yeah, Justin's got a big hole to dig out of here.
You know, and it's not that Tim's shooting fantastic. I think Tim is playing really well. Justin just keeps shooting himself in the foot.
Yep.
This match should be so much closer than what it is. Or leaning the other direction. But Tim is capitalizing on every mistake that Justin has made. Just about every single one. That's what That's what you got to do.
Right. And like we said earlier, I believe playing under the lights and on the stream, it has affected him.
I believe so. Let's talk about Pete Sorcy. He's down in Milwaukee for 27 years doing martial arts, serving the Milwaukee community with traditional Taekwondo, Nean Eskrima, and Denzan Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. They focus on personal growth, offering safe, tailored training for all levels. and enhancing life skills alongside self-defense. If you watch in the very beginning, that's actually one of my favorite videos, is Pete's martial arts video in the beginning of the stream. That is somebody I would not want to mess with.
Oh,
It whooped my ass. Well, most people could.
all 4-footed.
Oh, if I knew it was coming.
I had to, Dale.
Put the 4 feet of fear in you. Tyrion and Tots. Tony Walroof, yes. This is the only tournament that, or let me back up a little bit. This is the first time that we've done alternate break. And I wanted to do that for the better players. This was another suggestion. Tim Stockinger and I were talking about this back and forth. And I put it to a vote with the players in our group chat. We had a 1.4. The 499 is a race to 454. And we wanted to leave that at winter break. For the higher Fargo, these guys are all capable of running 2, 3, 4 racks in a row. You don't want to be the guy sitting in your chair watching your opponent run out an entire set. Which, I mean, yes, it's bull, so there's an argument both ways. I get it. But I thought it'd be more exciting and get us to a shootout, for God's sakes. A shootout.
How's that worked out for you?
And not at all. I really thought that would make it a difference to get closer to a shootout, and it has not. But yeah, that's the reason for the alternate break format. I'm going to be doing, I had this up on the stream the other day, as a matter of fact. This is the one that I'm going to do for open. No handicap, no spotting games, no nothing. It is the best of the best players I'd like to invite to play in a KO Challenge match and use the alternate break format. Because those guys, you know, they're capable of, oh my gosh. I'm just looking over at Justin. He's just shaking his head. Like, man, I am not meant to win tonight. And it almost seems that way, you know? You ever have those matches, Todd, where you just know you're destined to lose?
Nothing you do. Yeah.
It all goes wrong. That is not what Tim wanted. I think Justin's going to be swinging for the 9 ball here.
Being so tight to the rail, though, with that cue.
That does make it harder, for sure. Or do you just bank the 3, try to get it back somewhere where the cue ball is, and duck that cue ball behind
the 9?
Yeah. I bet he's going aggressive. He's going to bank that 3 ball in the lower right.
Yep.
I think that's a mistake. Yeah. Well, he hit it on the short side, so that ended up okay.
Yep. He got away with it.
Not the easiest of hit for Tim either. Dave Stafford. Yep. I think I would have done that, to be honest with you. Tim's going to have to put a whole bunch of right-hand English on this. Good hit. Oh, my good. Just unbelievably. I mean, when you got bad luck, it's. But we said it before. You know, I mentioned it earlier too, Todd. a lot of it's self-induced. You know, none of this would be happening. Justin missed 2 8-balls in the first set. You know, so that could have changed the momentum of everything in this match. That's overcut.
Yep.
Yeah, this match is not over. You know, I mean, if Justin doesn't get out here, then we as may just shut the stream off. Good shot.
Good shot. Nice shape.
Cue ball's going to be going directly at the 8-ball, but I think he might be able to get on the short side. I think I would go behind it and play the 8 in the same pocket. I don't think he can't hold for the side, obviously. It's either that or jack up and draw out of it and then still play it in the same pocket.
The other side.
Sam, I thought you were leaving. Well, we were all hoping anyway.
And that gets us a 6-4.
It's not over. You crack me up, Sam. So, you know, what I find the most entertaining is the fact that you keep coming back. Is there nothing else on TV? Or is there nothing else on YouTube? I mean, obviously, you know, you're subjecting yourself to this god-awful pool. Get lost, man. Go away. I'm sure you're a pro. That would be my guess, right? He's at least a 700 Fargo in his own mind. Yeah, you're right. We don't know how to have fun. You're 100%. We're the most boring commentators on the planet. I'll tell you what. I got an invitation for you, Sam. Why don't you come down to the varsity club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I will be more than happy to put the microphone in front of your face, and let's see how funny you are. Let's see how entertaining you are. You want to talk shit on the stream? Come on. Put the microphone where your mouth is.
Oh, Taylor.
Look at that. Are you freaking... Unbelievable. Tim gets another roll. Yikes.
It's going to be tough to get on that 3, though.
How old are you, Sam? Like 12? Uh-oh. We're going to go.
Airborne.
First jump shot of the 9-ball coming up. Sam, you have no idea. I'm serious. I am 100% serious. Come down to the varsity club. I will put you in the co-commentator's chair. With Taylor Collar.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be even better yet. Oh, jeepers. That one. A little too much aggression there. Yeah, you're probably right, Taylor. I've met 8-year-olds that are taller than I am. Yeah, it's always the guys, too, that, they got... It just says Sam, You're never going to know their true identity because they don't have the balls, They sit and talk shit in a chat because that's all they've got. Well,
I think Justin's getting out of this.
yeah, and if he does, that puts the pressure on Tim to finish this set. Let's see if he does. That's going to make it 6-5, so that's 11, and 8 is 19, so that's going to make it Justin's break as well if he gets out of this rack. Middle-aged? I'm way past middle age. Nice draw shot.
Very nice.
And I think that was the only shot that he had to be able to get out of this rack.
Yeah, he was straight on the 6.
So this is going to be twice across, or once across, basically. I'd like to get as straight in on this 8 ball as possible. Uh-oh, don't want to get over the 9. Oh, boy. It's close, but I think he's okay. He may have to go for the short side of the 9 ball, though. Oh, no.
The
Vincent Didio pocket is going to cost another player a match.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to go rail first on this. Rail first. 2 rails out to the middle of the table is all you need. No, I'm not going to block Sam just because I'm going to let. He's good. I'm going to let the little child have his fun for one night. You got to let the little babies have their toys once in a while, All right, this is going to wrap it up, folks. Congratulations to Tim Schotz for sticking with it and taking advantage of the mistakes made by Justin Grande. So we got to thank him for thank him for playing. And also thanks very much to Todd Foles.
Thank you, Dale.
For coming and commentating with me tonight. It has been a pleasure having you here.
It was a great time.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream tonight as well. And if you do get a chance and you weren't here earlier to see the announcement by Tyler and Margaret Steyer about Ultimate Pool coming to Wisconsin, That is on the previous stream if you want to go back and take a look at that and then share it with friends because it's coming to a town near you. So thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, we're going to be doing this all over again for pretty much the rest of the week.
Yep.
7 o'clock tomorrow night is Lyle Gable and Tim Stockinger. Put that flyer up there right quick because you are going to want to watch this match. Going to be a lot of fun. Dumper Dan is going to be joining me in the booth. That's always a pleasure as well. So until then, thank you to all the sponsors of Outer Points Production. Hey, how about let's give a big shout out to Sam tonight in the chat, shall we? What? Thanks so much for the entertainment, Sam. You've just been a treat, to have with us. You little turd. Anywho, thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy. Well, it's 11:30, so enjoy the last 33 minutes of your Tuesday night, and we'll see you Wednesday.
Have a good one.